folks, this is Hurt Collects Comics. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Andoni. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I have a nice haul video to do here from this past Sunday. Just getting around to making the video now. I attended the Garden State Comic Con here in Morristown, New Jersey area. It was a fantastic convention. They had a lot of big names there. Kevin Eastman being one of them. Jim Steranko, Bob Camp, Greg Hildenbrandt. It was a good con, and I had a great time. If you guys live in the New Jersey or New York area, I recommend you checking it out. I also got up with my buddy and fellow YouTuber Reaper Tate. We coordinated to buy tickets on the same day, and we hung out there for a bit. Also, Semper Fi Comic Guy, Vince was there, and we also bumped into Manny NYC as well, who's always making the rounds at the conventions in the New Jersey, New York area. So it was nice to see all these guys. We walked around for a little bit, looked at the different vendors and the books that they had. And one of the reasons I was excited to really go to this particular convention was to meet Kevin Eastman. I've been a fan of the Ninja Turtles since way back when, and this was my first time getting a chance to meet him. So I was happy to take a photograph with him. Very nice guy, by the way. And also submitted one book to CGC for Signature Series, which I got signed by Eastman. And it was a copy of this, Fugitoid #1 from Mirage Studios back in 1985. This was a character that they created and had in the works before the Ninja Turtles. And so, you know, I ended up submitting that with the baby coming any week now, the next week or two, I should say. You know, I had to take it a little bit easy. Only could submit one book. And Kevin Eastman, the way that he does things is that the first signature is free on whatever you want, and then every signature thereafter is an additional $20. So the CGC book I got for free, autographed. Well, minus the fees, that is. I mean, I didn't get hit up with the signature fee. And the second thing I got autographed by him a few years ago, I picked up this little figure here, Fugitoid, from the Mirage Studios website. Kind of hard to see because he's chrome. I don't collect action figures too much, but I really like Fugitoid, and so I was happy to pick this up just as like a decorative piece for downstairs here. But in the box, it came with an autograph from Peter Laird and a nice little sketch. So I ended up getting Kevin Eastman to sign and sketch this as well. I didn't ask for a sketch, I just wanted the autograph really, but I guess because Peter Laird had the autograph there, he had to also do, and the head sketch, he also had to do a little head sketch himself. So definitely very happy to have this. This one has a Fugitoid still sealed in the box. I bought 2 of them, and then the other one here I have on display downstairs. So that was as far as the autographs are concerned. Also had a chance to meet the great Greg Hildenbrandt. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And a few years ago, I found this Star Wars album from Ballantine Books from 1977. It's a first printing. And he was actually very happy to see this. He said that he had not seen this in years. Was the first book that they did after the first Star Wars movie that really just kind of gave the lowdown on all the behind-the-scenes stuff, the making of the movie, and different aspects of that. And then also in the back, there's a beautiful painted cover of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting that Greg Hildenbrandt also did. And so he was very happy to sign this for me. And, you know, always liked having this in my collection because it's one of the first times that you saw in writing the movie explained in further detail. So when we first got there, and I'm talking a little quick here, sorry about that. I'm trying to beat the dinner clock upstairs. My wife is cooking. And so when I first got to the convention, there was one vendor that we saw that had Thanos Quest, which I've been wanting for some time. And I ended up, because he was the first guy that I really saw, I said, let me walk around and see what other people might be selling it for. Sure enough, every other place that I saw it, they wanted more than what this guy did. And so I ended up buying both of them, volume 1 and 2, for $40. And I beat Manny NYC to the punch too, because I believe he was also eyeballing this as well. Sorry about that, Manny. And this is volume number 2. Both of these are in great condition. They look like they've never been read. The first one particularly looks like it's brand spanking new. This would honestly be a candidate for grading, but I want to read these, so you know, I've wanted this for some time. So one of the other great things about this con was that we found this one vendor there that had a couple of long boxes, and all of which contained books that he was selling 3 for $1. And that was amazing. I think Anthony said, Reaper Tate, that he was going out of business. And so we got some really good deals. And most of his comics were in, like, the good quality Mylar bags. So I got this here, which I had wanted for some time. I had seen before other people show. It's Heroes Inc. Presents Canon from 1965. This was one of the first self-published books, you could say. And it's done by Wally Wood. It has a signature there. It says 1969, and it features 3 separate stories, the first one of which has pencils by Steve Ditko as well. And so this is an interesting book. They ended up doing a second one, I believe, in 1974 or 1976, a number 2 to this, which was a substantial amount of years later. But I ended up getting this here, and an additional 2 copies. The one that I have on back is my reader copy, but I ended up getting another 2 as well. All again, 3 for $1. I almost felt bad because these 2 here were in really good condition, probably in the very fine range, with white pages at that. My thinking was like, I felt like I should be paying more. Another thing that this guy had quite a few of was the rare indie, well, not rare, but I don't think that there were too many printings of these, in first print. They're not that easy to find, is Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman. If you guys have watched some of my other videos, I came across this through a friend, and I bought a big volume from IDW, and I fell in love with the character. And so when I saw these in the bin, again, 3 for $1, I hopped on it. The conditions varied. I got all first prints. He had them written on the back of the board here. And this one here is in so-so condition. But the next one, I got 2 number 1s. These are from 1986 by David Boswell. This one here is in very good condition. My hunch is in the 9-2 range, give or take. And I really like this book, and so I was happy to get one in really good quality with Mylar bagging, so that's pretty cool. And then this is number 2. This one's in a little bit less quality. Beautiful, bright, vivid colors in all of David Boswell's covers. Vivid colors, rather, excuse me, on all his covers. This is number 3. This is also in pretty good condition. This is a guy that drives around in a milk truck, delivering milk, drinking rye whiskey, always getting into trouble, takes crap from no one. Issue number 4. A little hot in my basement, pardon. Issue number 5. Missing 6 and 7, but I did get number 8. And then lastly, number 9. If you guys ever come across these, pick it up. I think that you'll find it entertaining. So still with the same vendor, again, I got a lot from this guy because he had 3 for $1. I think everything that I ended up getting came out to slightly less than $6. This one here was not necessarily on my list, but it had a story by Bill Manilow and art by John Romita. I'm selling a Mark Greenwald short, but he also was the writer. But I like Bill Manilow's stuff, and I'm a big John Romita fan as far as artwork is concerned. And so I only got number 1 of this. It's a limited series. I don't know how many issues, but it caught my attention. And 1984, I grabbed it up. Always grab What If comics if I don't have them, especially if they're at a good price. This is What If Wolverine was Lord of the Vampires with some Punisher appearance. This here I got just because I collect pretty much anything in the Amazing Spider-Man run that's in the 200 to 300 range that I don't have, and I did not have this. And then I also recently started collecting Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is issue number 69. 65, rather, with cover art by Joe Rubinstein. This is number 96. These were in, fair condition. Enter the Hermit, 97. Beautiful, stunning cover. Big fan of Al Milgrom. A couple of these covers are by him. I think he's a very underrated cover artist. Look at that beautiful, beautiful cover. And then this last one here is quite stunning. Issue number 99. Beautiful cover by Al Milgrom featuring this Spot. This one here is number 119. Has a nice cover by Richard Buckler. Sabretooth is back. And then this one here I got just because I've always wanted to finally complete the Maximum Carnage run. I didn't have this. I have like just a few more issues, I think, of the 14. And then the last one here I got again because it's in the 300 range and had a great cover. Appearances with Red Skull and the Taskmaster. And so that was all I got from this elder. The guy I sold him 3 for $1. I wanted to go back to him because he had, you know, such a nice selection of books for dirt cheap, but got some stuff from some other vendors here as well. Because I got the Spectacular Spider-Man and I had the issue with the Spot, when I saw this, I got it as well, number 589, Return of the Spot. So I kind of got this just because I figured I got the other book. Now the next 3 here have absolutely fantastic covers by Bill, and I'm going to butcher his last name, Sienkiewicz. Forgive me for saying that wrong. These are from Epic Comics. It's a limited series up until 8 issues, but the guy only had the first 3, and these appear to be painted covers. And they were absolutely fantastic. I know that he did a lot of work with Frank Miller and Daredevil. I know I have a Marvel graphic novel over here, you know, with the 2 of them, and I could never say his last name right. Look at this beautiful, beautiful cover. This is issue number 2. Absolutely captivating cover. And then issue number 3, Elektra Assassin. And if it ends up being good, the first 3 issues, I'll try and get the rest of them. Winding down here, Amazing Spider-Man number 348 features a cover by Erik Larsen. Sandman, Captain America. Another cover here by Erik Larsen. This was number 349. And this here is the second to last issue I need to complete my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 issue 1 through 62 or 63, I forget, but 62 is the last issue that I need to complete the set. This is the Untouchables cover, the Unmentionables rather, issue number 14. And so that was the last one that I needed. And so a few years ago, I got my hands on the Mirage version of this, number 1. Erik Larsen and Michael Dooney did for Mirage Studios' Teenage Ninja Turtles Meet the Savage Dragon. And then they did one for Image. And this was the only one that I was missing, number 2 from Image. But the first one that they did together, Michael Dooney and Erik Larsen, that was for Mirage Studios. And so that concludes my haul, my friends. I have another huge stack of stuff that I've gotten over the last month or so, maybe even a little bit more than that, that I've been saving for a haul video, which I'll do hopefully this weekend because I have some really cool stuff here I wanted to show off, but I wanted to do them separate. This is the Garden State Comic-Con haul, and so these are a couple of different eBay hauls that I'll show off in another video at some point in the near future. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you've never watched my videos before, and kindly hit the like button as well if you like what you saw. I'll catch you guys down the line. Thanks.